Last year, I decided to permanently move from the US to Cape Town, South Africa. Now, before that, I was traveling around for a few years, but I decided to have South Africa as my home base. So the first thing I didn't expect when coming to South Africa, and it's something I noticed instantly, is just how different it is socializing here when compared to the US. So the way people socialize and interact with each other, I think, is one of the main things that can define a culture. And it's one of the first things you notice when you travel to a place. You know, like, are the people friendly? Is it easy to interact with new people? And I think when I came to South Africa, it was one of the things that instantly hooked me. People were so friendly, so welcoming, and so helpful. So socializing is a thing that I think is a bit more baked into the culture in South Africa when compared to the US. Communities are a little more tight-knit, and it's just more common for people to just engage with strangers, and it's not seen as a weird thing. So in the States, I'll be completely honest with you, socializing kind of sucks. The second thing that surprised me, and I think a lot of other people when they first come to South Africa, is just how diverse and mixed the cultures are. You've got people here of all different backgrounds, from native African descent to Indian, English, Dutch, Malaysian. So it kind of creates this melting pot of different languages and foods and music and different experiences that you really can't find anywhere else in the world.
South Africa is one of the best places you can ever visit in Africa, and they are very lovely people and very welcoming people. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you are new to the channel, you are hello welcome. For my returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. This foreigner share his culture shock he had in South Africa and why he chose to come to South Africa. Let's take a look at the video, and please do not forget to like the video and comment your thoughts below.
So this video is about the top 5 culture shocks I had when moving from the US to South Africa. So one of the things people are kind of worried about when they're moving to a new place is what are the things that they're now not going to have access to anymore. And with Cape Town, one of the things that shocked me the most was the fact that they have absolutely everything you could imagine and then some. Every kind of food. It seems like every language is spoken here, every kind of weather. So yeah, with that being said, I really didn't feel like I was missing out on anything going on in the US.
Second thing was the way people socialize here.
It's a lot more open, and it might take people by surprise if they're not, too familiar with South Africans. They're extremely friendly. And so people might just strike up conversation, and it's not for any, specific reason. They just want to talk because you happen to be next to them. The third thing that kind of surprised me was the pace of life here. So people like to take things a little bit slower here, and you can consider that a good or bad thing, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, people put a little more emphasis here on, just taking their time and enjoying their time. And yeah, I think there's a lot of value in that. I think in a lot of places like the US, people are in a constant rush, and it's like anxiety inducing. People get completely burnt out. And I think that's one of the main reasons a lot more Americans are considering moving somewhere else. It's just straight up unhealthy to be completely stressed out every second of your life.
And out having a great meal. The food is great. The atmosphere is like amazing. There's so many people here.
100%.
And, if you've never been to Cape Town, you have to come to this place. It's like magical. It's like a place you've never seen. There's so many different parts to see, so many different people, so many different cultures. It is like the best. If you come to Cape Town, you have to go and go to Mama Africa. I've never been to a restaurant where they wash my hands before I eat.
Wait, they wash your hands?
They wash my hands before I eat.
Like, what?
They wash my hands after I eat. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is like top-notch service here. We had crocodile. We had oxtails. We had
oxtail there?
Yes.
Is it like a Jamaican type oxtail, or is it like
they
South
weren't
African
really jerk, but they were like amazing. I don't know what that there was something else. What was it?
Mopani worms.
Yeah, there were worms.
Wait, say it one more time.
Mopani
worms. I've never eaten
worms,
like tree worms.
Trees.
I said if I'm gonna be a world traveler, I must eat this worm. Now my stomach was a little quaky before I ate it, but
it was moving.
Yeah, but I just want everybody to know that, moving to the States, all you hear is, and no knock on nobody, but Jamaica, Cancun, Cozumel, the Bahamas.
For a fact.
Man, you need to, you gotta get out and explore, You know, people need to get out and explore this thing that God has created. You can have a house with an address, but that's not really your house. When God made this thing, He made this whole thing yours to live in, to explore, to enjoy. So I'm going to do a little more enjoying.
The next culture shock was the fact that it seems like almost everyone here is completely caught up and in the know with everything going on in America. So, but yeah, a lot of people here have their own distinct cultural identities, but it's like, I feel like people here are pretty relatable. It doesn't feel like you're in a completely different world. So I think, the difference between here and the US is it's as different as you want it to be. So if you want like a city life that you're familiar with, you can have that. If you want something with a bit more adventure than, you know, what you were used to, in the US or, you know, another Western country, then you can have that. Like it's all in one place, it seems like here. And the last culture shock is actually seeing how seriously people here take their sports. Don't get me wrong, Americans love their sports too, of course, but it's just a different energy here. It's amazing to see an entire country come together to support their national team. It feels like a game day out here is a national holiday. I will probably always travel, but for sure, for the foreseeable future, I will be living in South Africa. It's just too good.
I'm going higher. I'm going higher.
This is why South Africa is my favorite country that I've traveled to. First of all, it's the country that I have traveled to most. I've been 11 times to South Africa, 10 times to Cape Town, 1 time to Johannesburg. And both are pretty amazing cities, but I specifically love Cape Town. Now, why is it my favorite country? The list is endless. You can literally see this on the videos that I have made about South Africa. If you look in the comments, you can see how friendly the people are. That's the main reason that I go to South Africa. The culture, the people, the friendliness, the average person on the street, you must acknowledge. You cannot walk past them and be in London like head down and just ignore everyone. No, they're going to be like, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Checking up on you. Everybody's just there to make sure you feel safe and welcomed in South Africa. Now, obviously, if you walk down certain areas, certain places at night and just walk around like a clueless tourist, you're going to get mugged, right? That is the straight reality of South Africa. But if you know what you're doing and you're not absolutely clueless, the chances are very, very slim, especially if you're there for, you know, a set period of time and you're not living there. Also, get to know the locals. It's very easy. They're very friendly and they'll tell you exactly where to go, where not to go, and what to see when you're in Cape Town or South Africa. Also, if you like events, parties, any beach activities, South Africa is the place to go. You could literally be by yourself, and if you see a party going on, you're invited. As long as you walk past them, people are more than happy to see you, talk to you, especially if you're from a different culture. People want to know about you, just like you should want to know about them. Second of all, it's a coastal location, so the scenery is absolutely beautiful. You have some spots in Cape Town, which I'm not going to ruin, which you can go to and see basically the entire city amongst the mountains, amongst the ocean, and it is just rural Africa on the outside and urban city on the inside, and it's a beautiful contrast. Also, if you are like me and you love your wildlife, I would definitely get over to Cape Town. There is everything you've heard of. I mean, there's lions, there's rhinos, there's hippos, there's giraffes, there's wildebeest. You name it, it's there. Then that leads me on to my next point. You've got to try the meat selection of food out there, whether it's fish like snook or whether it's biltong from kudu or gemsbok or various other game meats they have there. And if you are an English speaker like I am, everybody speaks English. The restaurants are, you know, the menus are in English, the bars, everybody speaks English. And the atmosphere, it is second to none. But yeah, if you're planning a trip to Africa, I would say South Africa is a must do and you should book it with no
They have all
hesitation.
shared wonderful experience and conscious shock about our beloved country, South Africa. When I say South Africa are one of the best people you can ever come across in Africa, I mean it. Because a lot of the time, when I see foreigners talking about their experience in the country, how welcoming they are, how friendly they are, I just wish like I'm living in South Africa. I am a Nigerian who loves South Africa so much because I have seen wonderful things about them. I've even seen Nigerians sharing their experience they had in South Africa. So if you want to come to Africa, trust me, South Africa is a must for you to visit in Africa country because we have an amazing countries in Africa. In fact, we have 54 countries in Africa and every Africa country are special and unique in their own way. So please, at this point, do me well by liking the video. And don't forget to also comment your thought below on the comment section of what you also think of the video. And please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do me well by hitting your subscribe button to join this amazing family. On this channel, we bring the latest gist of what is going on in Africa, South Africa, and I don't want you to miss out in our next episode that is coming. So do me well by turning your notification bell so whenever I upload a new video, you're going to be the first to be notified. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, and stay blessed, and I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.